In a quiet compound on the outskirts of Lagos, a group of housemates lived under the roof of Oga Benson, a wealthy but strict landlord. Among them was Oga Benson's son, Junior, a spoiled and arrogant young man who made life miserable for everyone. Junior would barge into people's rooms unannounced, eat their food, borrow money he never returned, and snitch on housemates to his father. Worst of all, he always reminded them, "My father owns this place. If you don't like it, pack out." One day, he crossed the line. He stole Chioma's pot of soup. It wasn't just any soup, it was food she had struggled to prepare after saving for weeks. When she confronted him, he laughed in her face, licking his fingers mockingly. That night, the housemates gathered for an emergency meeting. "This boy has to go," Musa, the Kiki driver, declared. "But how?" His father shields him, Tond, the software developer, asked. After much deliberation, they came up with a plan, a way to make Oga Benson himself turn against his son. The housemates began gathering evidence. They recorded Junior's arrogance, his thefts, and his threats. They encouraged their neighbors to speak up about his behavior. Every time he snatched food, borrowed money, or insulted someone, it was documented. Meanwhile, they also ensured Junior's bad habits escalated. Titi, the market woman, left extra food where he could easily steal it, and Emeka, the barber, pretended to loan him money, knowing full well he wouldn't pay back. They wanted to build a solid case. Then, the final stroke, someone anonymously reported Junior's behavior to the caretaker, who wasted no time informing Oga Benson. The next morning, Junior stormed into the common area, confused. His slippers were missing. His clothes were nowhere to be found. His phone had disappeared. "Who touched my things?" he shouted. As he turned, he slipped on a deliberately wet floor, crashing hard. "Junior, your father is calling you," Ton said calmly. Bruised and frustrated, Junior rushed to his father's house, only to find Oga Benson furious, holding a list of his offenses. "Why did the caretaker report that you've been harassing the tenants?" Oga Benson bellowed. "Me? Harass? Daddy, it's a lie," Junior stammered. But Oga Benson was done listening. The housemates had presented overwhelming evidence, videos, voice recordings, and testimonies from tenants. "Junior, you are no longer welcome here. Pack your things and leave." Junior's mouth fell open. For the first time, he had no power. As Junior stood frozen, the housemates watched in silence. Some exchanged knowing glances. Others smirked. His father's word was final. One by one, the housemates helped gather Junior's scattered belongings and toss them outside. "Oga Junior, your father said you should go," Musa said mockingly. With his pride shattered, Junior picked up his bag and began walking toward the gate. No one stopped him. No one pitied him. Oga Benson watched without emotion. The housemates had won. That night, the housemates gathered in the compound, enjoying the fresh peace. Laughter filled the air as they shared their relief. "We are finally free," Chioma sighed. "No more missing food," Titi added. The pot of spilled soup had been cleaned up, a symbol of a fresh start. The security light flickered softly, casting a glow over the compound. Oga Benson remained in his house, deep in thought. His son had been his weakness, but he now realized he had been enabling a problem. The housemates had won, not by violence, but by strategy. Junior was gone. And life in the compound would never be the same again.